Hey guys, what is up? Qrow here, welcome back to the channel. Yes, we are back for the second reaction for Volume 8, this time to Chapter 2. And boy did they did not pull punches in the debut of Volume 8. Like, oh my gosh, that is probably like the most shocking chapter, honestly, in all of RWBY. Like, everything, they threw in a lot. Like, it was 18 minutes long, but man, did they throw in a lot, you know. From Yang and RWBY having strong different opinions, and while again I don't feel like, you know, that was like, you know, Yang broke up the group, like, no, it's just like at the end of the day they are different people. It's unrealistic that they're going to have the same ideas all the time and be always in agreement. They've both got separate ideas, but again, Jean, a great mediator, great leader, has like, we can do both, so they're going to be going headstrong on that. But it is obviously, it's probably the shock value, and it's the first time that Yang has ever spoken out directly against like RWBY's way of thinking. And you know, like, coming from your family, you know that like they must mean it. It's honesty at the end of the day, and we need honesty because right now, you know, the lies, the secrets have all been. It's what's led us here, to be honest, is the lack of honesty. Speaking of that, Oscar deciding to follow in Ozpin's way of keeping a secret. That's going to come back and bite him in the arse, I feel, if he's not quick to tell them the truth. Because if that comes to light, then they're going to be like, yo, why didn't you say anything? You're becoming like Ozpin. It's like, have you not learned from your mistakes? Keeping secrets is what has led you here. But yeah, then obviously, you know, Salem not knowing who Neo was a big shock to me. Obviously, Neo's big shock was learning who the big bad really is, the big boss. Seeing Salem, the whale, the grim in their multitude for the first time, probably. Like, that obviously, yeah, it showed how, you know, how shocked she was, how worried she was. Meeting the other villains, like, you know, meeting Tyrion, Hazel, who she would not have seen before. And then, of course, the biggest shockers of I think is what rocked the community the most this past week, and I think will for some time. Although there's going to be a lot more down this line through Volume 8, you can tell the dark theme. But yeah, I would just be like, nope, fuck it, not wasting time, I'm not arguing anymore with people, I'm not bothering with trying to arrest people. If you get in my way, I'm gonna kill you. And he don't sleep mid-sentence, and that just caught me completely off guard. And I know in retrospect, you know, he's already shot Oscar, and obviously, who did he list one ranting to Oscar down in the vault? Robin, the council, this kingdom, even you. People he named. He's shot Oscar, he named him, shot a council member. Dude, Robin is in custody. Be careful, Robin. You are on that list that he mentioned, so yeah. That's some slight worry there, but hopefully she ends up being alright. Hopefully Qrow ends up being alright. But yeah, that's where we left off. So as for this chapter, yeah, I don't even know. So obviously, I mean, I guess, you know, Team Ruben, if you will, be RWBY, Weiss, Blake, Nora. I nearly said Yang just by habit. Nora, and obviously, and Penny, to be fair. They're headed to Atlas, to the military base, to try and get access to the terminal. And that is going to be one hell of a mission to accomplish. They're breaking into, you know, probably the biggest, probably best defended Atlesian military, like, compound that there is. So good luck to them. I mean, I know they've got Penny on side. So yeah, just that's gonna be a thing. Obviously, and Yang's team. Obviously, yeah, you got Yang, Jean, Oscar, and Ren are staying in Mantle, and they're gonna try and aid the Huntresses, the Happy Huntresses, in getting the civilians of Mantle to the crater, where it is meant to be warm enough to survive the cold. And dude, Ren and Nora being split, I just worry so much about, dude, I feel like Ren has some of the biggest death flags of this volume, based on just how things are at the moment, and some subtle things in the intro. Just, yeah, like the lotus leaf in the wind, Ren and Nora like back to back, like stand like that. Nora's like look of worry as the snow comes, just, yeah, I worry for Ren. Specifically, I mean, like, I worry for, obviously, anyone but Team RWBY, I've said before, is up for the taking, but I feel specifically Ren's one of the highest up there. So, and we have had Ren's backstory, so Like that was the worry following Volume 4. We've had his backstory. You can off him. We've got a lot more time, dude. They had the kiss in Volume 7 when they were at the victory party. Just like, I feel like, you know, you've done everything you could. Like, it's very potential they can kill him off, and I'm just so worried. Like, what that's going to do to Nora, what's going to do to Jean as well, who's already lost a member of his team. If he loses another, he's going to put it on him for allowing the split up of their team. And then the Juniper death theory really comes to light. I've always been like 50-50 on it. I wasn't sure, like, if Ren dies this volume, or any of them die this volume, that's only going to make it so much more believable that the Juniper death theory will stand. But yeah, so that's where they're all going. Obviously, Qrow and Robin, are we going to maybe see the interrogations? Cause again, now Robin was unconscious, so she can't really confirm a whole lot herself, but her semblance. So to find out from Qrow's perspective, because, like, obviously it's Qrow's weapon that killed Clover, we know that. Rest in peace, my man. But yeah, with Robin's semblance, it can prove his innocence. The question is, will Ironwood want to hear him out? Will Ironwood want to just be believed that, no, I'm right, I don't care what you've got to say, I don't want to hear anything else other than what I've decided is the truth. As we know, Ironwood, his semblance is just on charge. He probably doesn't want to hear anything that can contradict what he thinks is right, what he thinks is the truth. So I worry for Qrow. Obviously, I mean, Qrow's always had death flag. I feel like Qrow is a constant death flag, which sucks as my favourite character. But yeah, so that's where they're going. The villains, I'm not entirely sure. As Salem, we haven't really, like, she told Sin that I gave you no such command to go for the powers again, but she didn't really specify what any of them are going to be doing. She even said, like, things are already in motion. So, you know, the Grimm are continuing to pound away at the Hardlight Shield of Atlas and also running wild in Mantle. But as beyond that, not really sure what to make of the villain side of it. So I guess we'll have to see going forward. But things I feel definitely are likely. So something with Robin and Qrow. Maybe Winter trying to talk to Ironwood. Because out of everyone there, I feel Winter is the only one with a chance of maybe getting through to him. Maybe some talk among the Aesops, particularly maybe Marrow instigating it, as he is by far the most out of it. You know, he was actually, like, while there was a mixture of shock and anger from Ironwood's actions, he was just purely terrified. And yeah, I just hope nothing bad happens to Marrow as well. I really worry for good boy Marrow. But yeah, that can happen. Obviously, then we know what the two teams down in Mantle, well, one's going to be staying in Mantle. We know the other's heading to Atlas. I imagine we'll see something from that. Maybe, or do we, Watts and, I know, by Jacques not as important by extension. In prison, we know in the trailer that they are being interrogated. I guess at least Watts is being interrogated. I don't know what more Jacques could give them. But any of that could happen this volume, I just don't know. And you don't know what's going to be lost. Because at this point, I feel like any chapter you can lose something or someone. But yeah, I think that is all my thoughts, my speculation. So without further ado, let us get into this. Okay, so I also want to, before we start this, I want to go off and say I'm going to apologise for the audio quality of this reaction because my internet for the past day or so has been absolute garbage, and my attempts of playing, like, I obviously I rewatched the chapter today. Not that I needed to remember what happened, I remembered it all word for word pretty much, but while playing it, while being hopeful that it wouldn't be bad, it was like buffering like every minute or so, and I just couldn't deal with that. But I need to watch this. So actually, I've tried the new Xbox app, and this is not an ad, this is hashtag not an ad, but on the Xbox it played flawlessly in good quality, so I'm going to be using my Xbox to watch this again like I used to, but of course means you hear the audio from, like, actually in real time. So I know the audio isn't as good, like, for the chapter, so I do apologise for that, but this way I get to watch it buffer free and in good quality, and at the end of the day that's the most important thing. So apologies in advance, but trust me, it's been more annoying for me having to deal with shitty internet for the past, like, over a day now. And you know I can't wait to watch this, so I just have to get into it. But yeah, this is going to be Volume 8, Chapter 2, entitled Refuge. The thumbnail is Joanna and Fiona, which is nice to see Fiona, actually, because we heard her on the comms in the first chapter. So I guess, obviously this confirms indeed one of the things we will be seeing is the Team Yang side of things, where the Huntress is aiding the civilians into the crater. Because remember, again, this whole volume is over 2 days, so obviously we're pretty much going to be going, like, off of the end of the chapter. It's going to immediately pretty much start off with what happened last time, given there's only 48 hours to split between 14 chapters. So there's not going to be any breaks, like having to work out what happened in between. It's just more what stories they're going to focus on each time, because there are a few things going on right now. You've got up in Atlas, down in Mantle, the villains, like, you know, even within Atlas, like, you've got the prison cells, Ironwood's forces. Then down in Mantle, you're going to have probably people a bit split, given, say, there's 7 in total between the Huntresses and, obviously, Team Yang. I'm just referring to them to Team Yang and Team RWBY. It's just the easiest way. Although, not Team RWBY is in Team RWBY, Team Ruby Rose. I know, not confusing at all. But yeah, so that's one of the things. I imagine we'll probably maybe get the Team RWBY as well, but we'll just have to see. But confirmed Mantle evacuation side. But yeah, the description reads, Ruby, Nora, Blake, May, and Penny. So yeah, Team RWBY. Wait. Ruby, Nora, Blake, May, and Penny. Also, May's going with them. Also, where's Weiss? Okay, I'm sorry, I know I normally read the description in one go, but that's caught me off guard. So, Ruby, Nora, Blake, May, and Penny set their sights on the Atlas Military Command. Meanwhile, Yang, Ren, Jean, and Oscar handle the evacuations in Mantle. That bit makes sense. If they can get everyone to the crater in time, they might just be able to save them. So yeah, that second bit's all very self-explanatory from the first chapter. They're getting to the people into the crater and where they have a chance of surviving. Now, is that a mistype? I'm confused. Why would May be helping with that? Since the Huntresses were already doing the evacuations, and 2, Weiss isn't mentioned. That's got me curious, if anything. I don't know if that's a typo somehow. That's to be a hell of a typo from Weiss to May. Yeah, that's really confusing, I'll be honest. So you know what? I can't really do any more speculation of that. I think it's about time to get into this. This is going to be Volume 8, Chapter 2, entitled Refuge. Here we go. Alright. Starting in 3, 2, 1... play. Wow. God damn it. Haven't used this app before, not used to it yet. Alright. 3, 2, 1, play. Okay. Dude, this intro, I fucking love it. It's so dark, but I love it. I love it. Like, it starts happy. We say goodbye to all the things we loved, like, optimistic, but then, of course, into the reality, like, Mantle and Atlas on fire. Qrow's left these guys behind. They're discontent. Qrow is his friend, or if more, if how you perceive it. Oscar, like, with, like, bars, like, he's trapped with Salem. Dude, this worries me so much. Like, them split. She looks behind, worried. Dude, the contempt between these two. Weiss looking optimistic, Winter not. She knows, like, where have I gone wrong? Here, Iron was left with no allies, alone on the chessboard. The hack battle for Penny, and I'm so worried about Penny being hacked. I know it's going to happen. The Lotus Leaf again, as I mentioned. Now, Penny, there, like, everything, obviously, the Whale, Amity, Atlas. They're all frozen here. Jin, that's the only time we've seen frozen time. Cinder getting burned, like, I can't wait to watch you burn. Dude, did she talk about Cinder in the end? The relics almost combining. So much to take from this intro. And then now this very depressing bit. They're dragged into the depths, reaching for the staff. So are the Grim. And this never again. And Penny's eye going red. And all the weapons discarded. Like, shit is gonna go so bad. But here we go. Where are we starting? With the Huntresses? Oh no!
This is your fault. You realize that, don't you? All I wanted was to bring people together. To give them a chance at a better life.
Don't rant at Qrow right now about this, please.
You.
Me.
Oh, I was gonna say!
I am a victim.
Oh, shut up, Jacques. Shut the fuck up.
Used.
Oh,
and although
shut
my
up.
hands may not be clean,
Yeah.
at least I am not a murderer.
He didn't!
He didn't kill anybody.
No, he did not.
And I'm not gonna stand here and be lectured by some snake with a mustache. Man,
Tell him, Robin. Tell that arsehole. God, poor
Yes,
Qrow.
well.
Oh, what? Here we are.
I suppose we're all stuck in it together now.
No, you're not together. So I have these four being kept together in high security.
I know the right people. I'm sure Whitley has reached out to my legal team and will have me out of here.
Good luck with that, mate. He's declared martial. Oh, God. Yeah, that's probably not. That's probably alerted them. He's put the pin. He's keeping the pin hidden. You don't want to lose it. It's the one thing he's got left. Oh, the interrogation!
You do realize you've already caught me?
Jacques terrified. I love it. Ooh, so taking him away. He's gonna get away, man. He is so getting out, and oh, it's all tech based. Like, what's his dream?
I hate not being able to do anything.
God, that's such a strong feeling right now.
We can do something.
Kill Ironwood.
We can kill the man who put us here.
Yeah, knew it.
With still no word from General Ironwood,
What the
many
hell?
citizens are frightened and
A news
perplexed by the
story.
withdrawal of military
General Ironwood
personnel,
halts mental
especially given the
evacuations.
massive Grim horde outside the kingdom.
Yep,
I've never seen anything quite like
he
this.
doesn't care about.
It truly feels like the end of days.
Why do I feel like okay, I was gonna someone's gonna get nabbed, but the hunches are
Committed to
here.
updating
The hunches are here.
until our die. Hey, wait!
Oh, the truth. Oh, shh. You should tell the truth.
Of Mantle. General Ironwood
Has abandoned.
you.
Yep,
But we have not.
we're by your side. Oh, is that kid again?
Gather any food and supplies you need to stay warm, then head to the Mantle crater. The Grim are starting to make their way back into the city.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Hold the line. If we
Oh,
don't
nice.
together,
Yep.
we don't.
The bikes, the gravity grenades.
You've all seen what's waiting for us out in the storm.
Yeah, can't go out there.
Show your teeth, Mantle.
Whoa. Nice, Joanna. The bike. Here's the scene we saw.
The others are definitely missing out.
Oh, the bike. These are so badass. They're like ghosts from Halo. Actually, they really look like what? Like also like the Sparrow from Destiny 2. She's having the time of her life. Enjoy it while you can, Yang. Poor Oscar. Yeah, you're not so cool, John. I mean, like, she's obviously used to riding a bike, so. Oh, the cam. Okay, good work. Like, having to fight Ironwood at the same time just making it so much harder than it needs to be. Yeah, see, they're getting everyone out. They're the kids.
Only take what you need.
The crater? Are you sure?
The ones who survived.
Absolutely, ma'am.
Uh-oh. I mean, it's not safe, but it's warm. Protect them. Dude, it's just so hopeless. So many Grim. Stopping. Yeah, the gravity grenades! Oh, so yeah, sorry, shield even. Nice. It compliments Jean so fucking well.
Way better than our bike.
Way better than a hover bike.
Push this far in.
It's very Jean shielding.
No.
And it sticks to
Those
his
are more
shield,
than what's
magnetic. That's awesome.
Ren, if John hits you with his aura amp, think you can mask everyone?
Ooh, it's a lot.
We can give it a shot, but it is a lengthy trip through Mantle.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And the emotions.
No, that's a great idea. We'll have a grim-free journey all the way to the
Keeping the hopes up. Jean is so
Check out
good.
with those animals down in the slums? I'd feel a lot safer being up in Atlas.
Well, you can't.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
Oh,
But the people up top have decided you're not worth the trouble.
yeah.
The Faunus, on the other hand,
Yeah, dude,
are
don't.
willing to lend all the help they can.
Yeah, don't be a bitch about it, man. Like, with those
regardless of whether or not you
animals.
deserve it.
Oh, get wrecked.
So, I'll just go get our things then.
Yeah. You do that. Wow, even in Mantle, like, with the downtrodden, still so racist against the Faunus.
Don't want to go to the slums. General Ironwood said we were going to Atlas. You're setting a bad example of those kids.
It should not be this hard getting people to just cooperate.
I know, right? Like, think of your situation. You're quarreling about Faunus.
Something I'm becoming increasingly concerned about.
Telling them.
You know, Well,
Tell
I
them.
really don't need your additional commentary right now.
Wow. You need to
all
tell
have every
them.
right to be upset.
Yeah.
Especially you, Oscar. I'm sorry I left you. I'm not upset that you left.
But you came
I'm
back?
upset you came back.
Damn. You need him,
You
though.
started to feel like me. Not the same me I was before all of this.
I get that, but
Me I always wanted to be.
right now we need Ozpin, honestly.
Like I was actually part of the team.
You are.
I understand. But even though it may not have felt like I was with you, I was never truly gone.
That's why you knew when to come back for the ship crash, for when you fell from the vault.
Recollecting my longest held memories. Which means our two souls are still on the inevitable path to becoming one.
Yeah, it is inevitable, Oscar.
I don't want that.
In Volume 6 you said you were okay with it. Don't backtrack. You're... Oh no, they're running out.
You good? It's just a lot to focus on. You can do it, Ren. We're almost to the crater.
He's...
Pep talk.
Ooh,
I need to focus.
he's got so much on his mind. This is the worst mind frame for it.
We need to
Jean, you're doing good.
work together. Not just the two of us.
Everyone.
All
Everyone.
of us.
Literally everyone. Atlas, Mantle, Remnant needs to be united against Salem. And it so isn't. Oh, Penny's so torn. They've got a lot of people here at least.
All right, come on.
There's May. So why was Weiss not mentioned in the... So yeah, May's gone with them.
Thanks
Interesting.
again for coming.
Don't
Yeah.
mention it. Once Robin learned about Amity Tower, she wouldn't shut up about it.
Mm-mm.
Wherever she is,
So she
I'm
wants it
sure she'll
online.
want us doing what we can to get it up in the air and get
Nice.
the world talking again.
Yes.
Besides, Fiona's got your friends helping out in my stead.
True. Yeah, so there's 4 of them have gone to help. Ooh, Nora, both things need to be done.
Snowshoe Shipping is an SDC subsidiary,
Oh,
meaning all the drones here report to the company.
not to Ironwood. Oh, nice. She's using her name.
Allow for dust refined in the crater to be sent straight up to Atlas.
Because we saw this in the Blade character short, like Schnee soldiers,
Are
not
there any
Atlas
buildings in Atlas that
soldiers.
your family doesn't own?
No, probably not.
Isn't relevant at the
Yeah, because they're resident. They do own everything. I'm glad they're managing to be light-hearted in this time. Like, I'm proud of them for that. Penny.
Hey,
Atlas Academy.
I do not like it when friends fight.
No, I know. No, it's not good.
Yang and I might not agree on how best to save Mantle, no. But I mean Winter. The General. They were our friends.
And now they're against you.
But then the Aesops attacked you. And the General, he said people were going to die. Because of me.
It's not because of you.
That was a lie.
He's trying to get to
And he
you.
was only saying it to hurt you.
He's trying to get to you, Penny.
I was the protector of Mantle. But now, I am much more than that.
The maiden.
And I wish I was not.
Oh, damn. It's such a responsibility. Pyrrha felt the
You're
same
still
way.
you, Penny. By becoming the Winter Maiden, you did protect Mantle.
Yeah, you're standing by them. You are staying to
Thank you.
protect Mantle. Oh,
I found it!
I
Found?
suppose there's no turning back now.
Between our secret weapon and my semblance, you all...
It's such a cool semblance.
So how do we use this thing? It should be simple.
Don't say that.
You lie back in the tube
Oh
and
my
press launch.
god. Nora! She can't wait. She cannot wait to do that.
No, Crimson, I need you.
Gosh,
and
all the
your
respect to
team
these
over in
fawns, for
Central
despite all the hatred,
Mantle's
still
police
doing
are taking us
this.
to the hospital, but they're gonna need backup.
Dust
You're
crystals.
doing great, Fee.
Keep the heat
Robin
going.
would be proud.
I feel like you should be doing this after flexing on the news like that.
Do I love her semblance?
How else was I supposed to get the word out?
Yeah, exactly.
Besides, it seems to be working.
People need to know the truth. Oh, that woman.
Where's this group coming in from?
That would be Sector 7.
Sector
You
7.
cleared 7 already? That's great!
They're good.
To be honest, I wasn't sure how you'd be doing without all of your teammates.
Oh, don't say
Well,
that.
you can see we're doing just fine.
Don't say that,
Where
Fiona.
are you putting everyone?
I know she didn't mean it like that, but wrong words.
We're working to get most of them settled in houses or other shelters. A large portion of the community is also trying to get old mine shafts into a livable condition.
God, that's what they're forced to. Oh, look, little Fawn's kid there. See, they're happy to
Looting the
learn
existing
from the
refineries
kids.
is our best source of dust.
There's that guy again.
Fortunately, no one's getting arrested during the apocalypse. Just knowing those Grimm are circling out there doesn't feel great.
No, I bet. You're literally surrounded.
V.
Oh,
We
hey.
got another fight breaking out.
Crap.
Oh, God.
Thanks, Uncle.
It's her uncle! Oh, me, yes, you're both for us.
You've got enough to worry about.
Oh, no wonder he's a nice guy. He's Fiona's uncle.
Crimson again. We spotted a decent-sized group of Grimm moving in from the east. Can't take them with all these civvies.
Oh, for crying out loud.
The map. Go
Did
send.
you say east?
Yeah, they're gonna go there and sort it out. You can rely on them. Oh, hey, remember the election? How irrelevant that seems now? To Terex.
Ready?
Ooh, nice. What is that? Is that like a giant grenade? It's like a spike grenade. That's awesome. Didn't kill it though. Oh yes. Nice, John.
Whoa.
Not stylish exit, but very well done. Dude, John has come so far.
Fiona, that's one more problem taken care of.
Good, because we're getting reports of more Grimm coming in from the west.
It's just gonna keep coming. They're doing so well, but it's just endless.
Okay, we're on our way.
It's endless. You can't celebrate.
Activity.
Look at his face.
Salem's forces aren't moving in, but it's enough to start attracting the stragglers.
Guys,
Oh
we're
god.
not finished.
He's so like Ren is so
Alright,
clocking out.
We need to hurry this up and take.
What?
What?
There's a big Grim in there. Is there a giant Grim?
I've never seen Grimm act that way before.
No, Grim retreating?
What were they running?
What? Oh, it's the thing for Oscar! It's like the Bloodhound Grim! Dude, like they knew to retreat, because like, oh my god, brutal! And this is what picked him up. Oh my god, his aura's gone like that! I know he's been fighting, but jeez! Wings. Sprouting the wings. Oh my god. I knew we were going to see contortions this volume. Oh my god, that's a... I don't like that. I don't like that shot at all. Oh, so clever. Oh my, by the face. Can't use force. Oh my, this Grim is smart. This is...
It's using Oscar as a shield.
Yeah.
Grimm aren't that smart.
No, this one is. Oh, it's like one of Salem's most valuable. This is one smart Grim. It spoke.
Did it just?
It spoke. Oh my god, that is intelligence to a new level. Fuck yeah, the contortions, man. The sound effect is so good. Wings. Oh, nice. Bit of Grim just... Yeah. Dude, just like we see Salem in the intro. They're actually identical to what we see Salem Sprout in the intro. It fucking said no. It spoke. That was fast. Yeah, Yang's petrified.
West side's taking damage.
What do we do?
You've got to go for... They have to go for Oscar.
Kid, what's your status?
We've got an emergency. We're not gonna make it.
What? What kind of emergency?
Oscar's been taken.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Yeah. A Grim that can talk arrived and took Oscar. That's not the end. Fire flew by. God, that flew. Dude, that made me jump. Like, that just made me stop my heartbeat for a second. A Grim that can talk. That changes the game. That's a like they changed the rules. It's a Grim so smart, so advanced, that it can talk. I know it's probably like one of Salem's most important Grim, like, you know, it directly reports to Salem, and she gave it direct orders. Fuck, man. That's insane. So, like, that was so fast-paced to digest it all. This content, the slums. Like, this wall going around the crater. I guess, like, was where Atlas lifted off. That's, like, the border. My god, that chapter was just... There is going to be no breathing room, I feel, in Volume 8. They're just going to go from one big thing to the other. You know, there were multiple things from the last chapter, but of course the shooting of Sleet in the head was the thing that got everyone talking this time. Dude, now there's a Grim that can talk. Like, that Grim is so intelligent that it can actually speak. And I feel like it took a lot to do that, but nonetheless, that's a huge game changer. Is that going to be a theme? We're going to get lots of like big shocks, and then we're going to get one to shock us even more at the end. We had the shooting last week, talking Grim this week. Like, what's next? But anyway, for all that, so yeah, we start in the cells with obviously we see Qrow, Robin, Jacques, and Watts all being held in like this high, like maximum security room with hard light cells. And also, that's just going to be so bad, using, obviously, it's all technology based to hold them in. That's going to be a playground for Watts eventually. But dude, like, we start with Qrow clutching the bloody pin. Like, that just gets me feeling so bad. I really thought Robin was having a go at Qrow at first. I was like, not now. The man is on the edge. Do not do that, please. But no, she was talking to Jacques, and that's fully warranted. Like, he really allowed Watts to take advantage. Like, oh, I'm a victim, yeah, but you, just because you didn't think, you were trying to gain all for your own. And he's like, I'm not a murderer. I'm like, oh, dude, just punch. Like, dude, when you get out and he lives, punch him in the face for me. Like, Qrow does not need any of this shit right now. But yeah, and then of course Watts. Yeah, they take, dude, like, also with you, Jacques. Seriously, like, just like, speak for yourselves. Like, I'll be out here in no time. Like, just Robin, like, she punches the wall because she wants to punch him in the face, as we all do. But of course, Watts is being taken away for questioning. And like, even at this point, he's still like sarky, he's still not like trembling. He's just being sarcastic about it. Gun barred in the face and taken off, you assume, for questioning. Maybe even with Ironwood himself. Like, because if I was Ironwood, I wouldn't trust someone as dangerous as Watts with anyone else. I mean, quite frankly. But then again, he's not really thinking logically, we know at this point, so... And we end this scene with a rather ominous thing from Qrow, like, because Robin's like, I hate not being able to do anything, and I mean, I get that, like, that's how a lot of our heroes, I feel. But then again, she really can't, because she's literally in a cell. And then Qrow just bluntly says, we can kill the man that put us here. It was made very clear from the end of last volume that Qrow, like, Qrow's primary goal this volume is going to be killing Ironwood. Like, that is absolutely it. Like, James will take the fault, I'll make sure of it. And then here, he just says to Robin, like, we can do something, we can kill Ironwood. And, I mean, I'm cool with that at this point. The man is beyond help. And Qrow made that vow, and you know what, I'm with him on that, because I was so happy for Qrow. Like, that's why Clover really struck me. While I liked him as a character, finally gave Qrow a sense of belonging, a sense of peace, someone he could work with. And it was taken away, and like Ironwood's orders are what caused that. So of course the man is hurting over it, and he's willing to get revenge. And then we come down to Mantle. Joanna not felt with the shit like, yeah, Ironwood's not here. He's stopped the evacuations, and the Grim are here. But yeah, she's like, yeah, the generals abandoned you. We are here to help you though. We have not given up on you. And like, yeah, make your way to the slums. There is shelter of some sort of safety of a degree, compared to where you are now at least, that you can get there. And then obviously Yang and company finally get their way to the pharmacy. There was a couple of Elysian knights there. What are they going to do? That's just been a common theme of uselessness. Yang quickly blasts the two of them. They get the bikes. And dude, Yang just having the time of her life. Maybe too much fun given the scenario that they're in. Jean getting the awesome grenade to make like a portable extra shield. Like, Jean is just the most OP defense of this show. The man has like full upper armor. He's got gauntlets like the hand. His hands even have protection. He's got a big shield, which now can extend hard like to make it an even bigger shield. He can push enemies away with the gravity dust in his shield now. He has a lot of aura, as Pyrrha said. He can amplify aura, so make it even stronger and more plentiful. And now he's also got a grenade he can make portable shields with. Like, seriously, like, this man just, like, ultimate defense. Like, he's put all his stats into defense, is what he's done here. But hey, I mean, it's worked for him so far, and it makes him a valuable team player. Maybe not the best solo, but very good team player. And that's what Jean's always been about, the team. And I didn't even realise on my initial watch through, like, going back through it now, that Grim was up on that bridge when they went, the bikes went under the bridge. It was waiting up there silently, waiting for them to be as alone as he could be, so it was just with the team. And that's when he obviously waited to strike, but we'll get to that in a second. Obviously, we get that kind of... Also, actually, I assume, yeah, the gravity dust is what made that grenade stick to the shield, not magnetic. But, yeah, then there's obviously the confrontation, like, dude, it just showed, like, the oppression of the Faunus. Now, I know we're in the Kingdom of Atlas, where obviously we've always known the racism of Faunus to be the worst. But you would definitely have equated it to Atlas, the city, not Mantle. Now, I guess you could look at it as a real-world comparison. It's like, you know, it's a boomer who is going on about, I don't want to be with those animals. And that, you see that hits Yang, obviously, you know, Blake, obviously, as her teammate. Obviously, they've gone through all that with Blake in the past, you know, at Argus military base, and obviously, even right back at the beginning, with Weiss and Blake's initial argument, back all way back when in a simpler time. But she's like, yeah, you may be safe up there, but they deem you not worthy, but the Faunus are doing everything they can. And I like her daughter's like, we'll get our stuff. Like, she's just trying to keep things peaceful, like, you know, obviously her kid's there. She's like, shut up, mother, like, they're helping us, like, stop bringing everyone down. And then, despite the difficulty, and again, Ren clearly, like, the headspace, like, you've seen Nora and Ren, I feel, are in the worst headspace of all of them. Like, they feel like almost like the others betrayed the other for not joining them. I feel like they're dealing with it the worst. As you see Ren just, like, constantly conflicted, like, very snappy, very blunt, which is not Ren's, like, normal persona. And obviously, they make their way. Jean, again, the great mediator, keeping like, that's a great idea, we'll do that. We'll be grim-free, everything's going to be great. And then on the walk, obviously everyone's very silent. Obviously, yeah, the semblance is in effect. You don't want to attract the grim. Oscar and Ozpin having a bit of a talk. And it's just so real. Like, yeah, obviously you're scared, you're afraid, you have a reason to be mad. And dude, Oscar, like, I kind of call that coming like, so like, I'm not mad that you left, I'm mad you came back. Oscar felt like he's his own individual person. But I said it in my reaction. During Volume 6, he already knew all of this. And he was fine with it. So, like, it's, I guess, like, maybe it's easier to say than to do it in reality. Like, he wanted to act responsible, act mature, and be like, but he literally said, like, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be me, but I want to do whatever I can with whatever time I have left. Maybe reality set in, or maybe with Ozpin being gone, yeah, like, he remembered, like, being his own individual person, and, like, he wanted that to be the case. But yeah, Ozpin's like, I can't control that, and I don't want that any, like, more than you do. So, it's a tricky situation, but, and again, Ozpin made a good point, which I was thinking, like, I was always technically there. Like, our souls are definitely merging, you're gaining my magical abilities and my memories, which we obviously have seen as of late. But yeah, I mean, it's just inevitable, and he was always there. Like, obviously he came back when the ship was crashing, he came back when Oscar was going to die from the fall after the shooting. He hasn't actually ever left their side. Ren, once again, Ren struggling, saying, like, I don't need a pep talk, I need to focus. Like, again, Ren just being snappy, and it just isn't him. It just isn't, but, like, once again, you can see the hurt. And then we join to, yeah, so May has gone with Team with Team Team RWBY, you know, obviously you know who I'm referring to at this point. That's just the way we're referring to it. Team Ruby Rose. But yeah, not breaking, like you know, well, I guess they are technically the chain drop, like gaining access to this Schnee facility. Like it's a facility owned by the Schnee Dust Company. And again, they're thankful and amazed, like don't worry about it. Your friends are taking my place. And again, Nora, the other side of this whole argument, like this conflict of Ren and Nora. Just like, yeah, like she's not happy about that. Like, yeah, like she's like, they should be here with us. And again, they need to understand that both these things need to be done. Like, we're actually, obviously, Ruby's about to get into this when they get inside, but like, Ruby understands that they had different opinions, but I think to a degree they both understand that each thing is important, where even though clearly one thinks one is more important than the other, I think they both acknowledge that both things are still important. Whereas I just don't think Ren and Nora can see that. I think you should have come with me, you should have stuck by my side. What was it Nora said right in Volume 4 before they split to go to Qrow Yuri? Obviously, like just take care of each other. We always have. And this is probably the first time ever since they met all those years ago in Qrow Yuri that they split up. And, you know, it's hurt them equally, I would say. But yeah, we get in this building. And obviously, yeah, because it's Schnee owned, they said the robots here report to the Schnee Dust Company, not to Ironwood. They are separate. We have seen that, as I said in my reaction, like the Blake character short, we see Schnee Company soldiers, not Atlas military soldiers. So some places actually have designated Schnee automated personnel. And here is one. I'm glad we can get another light-hearted moment. Each side's had one. Yang with the bikes. Blake making a joke about do your family not own anything in this city. But yeah, I mean, all fun and games. But yeah, so this was clearly her idea for getting to Atlas. Is like it's a means like this facility directly has tubes transporting dust to Atlas, and even different parts of it, so they can choose the one for the military base, which is very clever on Wise's part to think of this. Ruby and Penny having that moment, and I'm glad Ruby points out to Penny that Ironwood just said that to get to you, to make you feel bad, to try and get you back on his side. People dying isn't going to be on you. What Ruby's literally, she again, great at speeches, Ruby, as she always is. But she's saying taking the Winter Maiden's powers, that makes you the protector of Mantle in this hard time when before you wouldn't have been able to keep that going. And I'm glad that they have each other. I'm so glad they have each other, man. Honestly, they like I said, they need to stay together. And fucking Nora being Nora. I'm glad we get the comical moment. She just press boop, and she's oh, and she's oh, I can't wait to. This looks so cool. I can't wait to do this. It's just so Nora. And then of course we go back into the slums where the people have arrived with Yang's company, which is obviously from Sector 7. We find out. Then talking you've done well, Fiona. And Robin will be proud of you. Obviously, they've got more dust. Luckily, they're in an area rich in dust deposits because there's Schnee depositories here. So they can keep the fires burning, keep everyone warm. And that was obviously the biggest thing to factor in immediately, is keeping people warm. Obviously. And again, I love to see it. Once again, I call it the real world. The kid's getting the kid who came with the mother and her mother, obviously, getting on with the Faunus kid. And the Faunus adult trying to talk to her, and she's not having any of it. And but this is credit to these guys, man. I didn't even realise that's the guy who was playing the banjo and we saw in Chapter 1 of Volume 7. He's here. I'm glad he lived. I like seeing minor characters that you see again. But yeah, they know they're surrounded by Salem's forces. The Grimm are all over the place. Finding out that Badger Faunus or whatever, something like that, is Fiona's uncle. That's a nice little thing as well. Just characters that are connected. You know, a bit like May Marigold, Henry Marigold are cousins. It's nice getting that. And of course, very optimistic and kind of, you know, I don't know for the word, but too maybe overconfident. They're oh, in the East, you say we'll sort that out, no problem. We're great. Again, Yang a bit hot-headed again, a bit big-headed as she used to be. They go and fight off a Terex, no problem. Obviously, they've been fighting Grimm. Jean fucking literally killing it, but also metaphorically, he's come so far from the bumbling fool of Volume 1. Incredible stuff, and then obviously they clear it out, but then they're told, hey, there's more. I feel this honestly is a reliving of in Volume 2 when Dr. Oobleck took them on the mission to Mountain Glen, and they're like, you have the comparison of their ideal, that they're thinking of like what Huntress life is going to be like. All this like it's not all going to be fighting in heroism. Some is the heightened full of extermination. This is a job and you all signed up for it. And they're like, oh, we did it. There's more coming in, and they're like, ugh, like, yeah, that's the reality of it. You're just, this is just extermination. You've got to keep killing Grimm. They're coming in. This is the most Grimm you've ever seen. And as they say, while Salem isn't sending her forces into Mantle right now, she's focused on Atlas, there's still stragglers from the initial attack on Mantle who are around and are being drawn in by the negativity. But you've got to get used to it. But of course, before they can do anything about that, they're suddenly interrupted by 3 sabers charging at them, and then, yeah, the oddest thing, like, instantly I was like, shit, something's about to happen. This is ominous. Like, they just stop, look, and they flee. And that's never happened. And John even pointed out, like, he doesn't think he'd ever seen Grimm act that way before. No, because not every day this crazy Grimm comes down, like, ambushes Ren and Oscar, chucked Oscar about, so immediately destroying his aura. Now, I know that he's been fighting a bit, so he's probably a bit weakened, but he just took it out like that, like a few swings around, Oscar's aura's gone. Smart enough to use Oscar as a shield. Yang goes in for the kill. Ren and Jean fight afterwards, and yeah, like, it's that smart. And they're like, give him back, like, desperate. He's like, no. Just like, and the fact that a Grimm that can talk. And then it runs off with Oscar, and they go to pursue him. But like, this Grimm is like next level. Like, you can tell Salem is here. She's playing all her cards. That we've got a Grimm that can fucking talk. And Fiona's like, hey, what happened? What's the emergency? Like, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. Because yeah, a talking Grimm. So yeah, a Grimm landed, ambushed us, destroyed Oscar's aura, picked him up, could use him as a shield that intelligently, and then spoke. Sprouted wings and then flew off. Yeah, do you believe any of what I just told you? Yeah, madness. Like, this is the pure madness of Volume 8. Like, I do honestly feel like that it has to hit harder than Volume 3. Like, Volume 3, I would say, has been the hardest hit. You know, it was a rough volume, but I feel the fall of Atlas, because I do feel it's going to be the fall of Atlas. Literally, in my opinion, I do think Atlas is going to fall to Mantle. It's going to be a catastrophe, thousands of deaths, and it's going to ring to our heroes like, I'm saying it's going to be on you, and they're going to think like that. Even though it is not on them, it's going to play. The emotions are going to play. But yeah. We're only 2 chapters in, and we've already had the discontent among the group, like RWBY and Yang disagreement. Ren and Nora's even more so, like, properly. Because again, RWBY and Yang, they've kind of got offside. Got past it mainly. Ren and Nora clearly not. Splitting of the forces. The death flags riding everywhere. Ironwood shooting, sleep. Salem's Grimm can talk and has already got Oscar. Yeah. Don't even know. I don't even... We're only 2 chapters in. The kind of things going on now, you feel like would be ramping up to the end of a volume. We've barely started. We're 1/7 of the way through this volume. And I just feel like my heart is just racing and like, I don't know, honestly. I'm gonna have to rewatch the shit out of this chapter because so much happened. Like, it was so fast paced, so much going on to take note of. But yeah, RWBY killing it, man. Honestly, shaping up to be this could be the best volume yet. Certainly the darkest, very obviously. Probably going to be the most painful for us. And hey, just if you didn't know, by the way, I forgot to mention it last time, but this will end. Volume 8 will end on the 4-year anniversary of the Volume 3 finale, and what happened in the Volume 3 finale? Pyrrha's death, so... Oh boy. Just, yeah. Brace everybody, this is going to be one hell of a thing, but yeah. I don't even know what's going to happen next time. I guess we must have to get an angle on what Team Ruby Rose, like getting into the Atlas military base. I mean, I don't know if we're going to get much on Pietro until that's done, because, I mean, what has to really show from his side? He's just doing the preparation. That's not really screen-worthy. So we'll probably get Pietro's side of it once Ruby's team successfully gets to the terminal. That's probably the next we'll see of him, honestly. So I think we'll get to at least like some stuff from RWBY next time. Maybe we're gonna get some more stuff obviously, you know, on the Yang and Oscar, because dude, if they leave us on a cliffhanger on that, like Oscar is being taken to Salem on the whale. Like that is the worst place in the world right now to be. And obviously the intro does show Oscar there, so I assume he's probably gonna get there. Like I don't think they're gonna stop the Grim in time, and they're gonna be like, we shouldn't have split up. We've got Oscar. As for the villains, again, I still don't know where to put the villains, because the only villain we actually got was Dr. Watts in the cell. I wonder if we're going to get... They've taken Dr. Watts in for questioning, so maybe, again, they know Qrow and Robin are in the cells. Maybe we're going to get stuff on like Watts being interrogated and then the others as well. Dude, I worry so bad for Qrow to act at the wrong time, because while I want him to do what he's going to do, he has to play it smart, bide his time. But that's all he's thinking about. Despite even the, like, you know, while Robin and Jacques are arguing and Robin's getting mad about it, and even Jacques accusing Qrow of being a murderer, which must hit him hard given what happened. He doesn't say a word, he's just looking at the pin, hides it when the soldiers are in there, he doesn't want it being taken away, like it's all he has left of Clover. So yeah, I worry. So like, I think maybe the interrogations, Team RWBY's side, maybe some stuff from I like the chase with Oscar, like maybe getting back to Salem's realm, because that would be good to get the villains tied back in, is like Oscar getting to Salem, because then worry for my boy, worry for little boy Oscar. And dude, like, again, we had nothing on Winter or the Aesops or Ironwood, so if Ironwood isn't directly interrogating them, I think he should be if he's thinking clearly, but he isn't. Maybe get something on one of the Atlas sides of things as well. But yeah, all that could happen. But I think there's enough of my speculations, because we're just going to have to wait and find out, because quite frankly, anything can happen this volume. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Do give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Comment what you thought down below. Subscribe if you want to see the rest of my Volume 8 journey. But until then, hold on, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.